So we're sitting here on Archie's deck at the Forfar field station, North Andros Island in the Bahamas, with Dr. Scott Ritter. Scott, how many times have you run this field trip to the Bahamas?
We started in 1996, so this is probably the 9th or 10th trip.
Yeah, 10 times?
Yeah.
Different than the first time?
I feel like I know a little bit more.
How many papers do you think you read before we got on the plane last week about this?
Yeah, quite a few.
50?
Oh, yeah. It sounds about right.
50 sounds conservative.
Yeah, now, if you look at my iPad, it probably has 300.
Really? Yeah, I believe Kathy said you read 12 on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the yard wasn't getting mowed or anything like that?
No, so that's a good excuse.
What's your favorite thing about being at the station?
Going down snorkeling, diving on the reef, or a trip up to Jolter's Cay. The students always like that one.
What do you think is the biggest takeaway from an educational standpoint that will make a difference in all those yahoos' lives?
Well, Ken Hamblin, as you know, one of our mentors, and just a great field geologist. And when he passed away, as you know, he contributed a bunch of money because he saw the value in getting students out in the field.
Yeah.
And he said, go somewhere where there's processes that they can't see.
Yeah.
And so carbonate rocks, limestone, according to most people, or the terminology of most people, 50% of the world's oil comes out of them.
Yeah.
And so it's just a great place to look at modern processes that create those patterns that contain the oil, so our students and take that experience, and if they get in the oil industry or hydrogeology, they know what they're looking at.
If you can get oil out of it, you can get water out of it.
Yeah.
Why geology?
Kind of an accident, actually. I had a great 8th grade earth science teacher, Mrs. Owens, at Fairmont Junior High in Boise. For some reason, that class just really, I thought it was cool. Everything she was talking about was just cool. So then I went through my senior year or went through high school, really had no idea what I was going to do. Got to BYU. I was on a mountaineering course most of the summer before, and my mom signed me up for a geology course. And
thanks, Mom.
I was not disappointed. I would have probably signed up for it anyway. But when I got in there, Ken, being the dynamic character he is and geologist, just rekindled all those feelings from, and I just thought, I said I was doing mountaineering, I love being outdoors, and I just thought, this is it. But I haven't looked back, and it's interesting because you have to make a decision in your career. Am I going to go to industry, or am I going to stay in academia?
Right.
And I interviewed with an oil company when I was doing my PhD at Wisconsin, and the interviewer looked me in the eye and he said, look, I'd love to hire you. Your passion is in teaching and academia, and I wanted to pursue the research that I wanted to pursue. I wanted it to be a hobby, and I've never worked a day in my life. So.
Yeah. How long you been at BYU?
35 years.
And how long were you at Oklahoma State?
5 years. So this was
40
years of this. So
how many different classes have you taught?
A bunch.
What's your favorite?
I think historical geology.
Geology 112.
Yeah, because it's a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
It's got fossils, it's got geologic time, the history of geology, and so, yeah, it's a good, wide course, a lot of stuff. It's been a great ride. It's been great. I love what I do. I've been very fortunate, and the students at BYU are just phenomenal. And it's a privilege to interact with them and mentor them and learn with them.
If you could only pick one, maybe two things from your career, things that just really stand out as I did this.
When I first got here, I was working with a group of earth scientists from Boise State and some earth scientists from the Ural Mountains over in Russia.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've been over on a field trip in the Perm region, and that boundary hadn't been defined yet. So there were competing groups. There were fusion-limited workers, ammonoid workers, and then myself and Valery Chernik at the Katerinburg Institute were working on conodonts together. So I spent 3 long field seasons over in the Urals collecting samples and processing,
dissolving them away,
and had a really good relationship with Valery. But once we'd gotten all the conodonts out and got their ranges, we proposed a certain conodont named Streptonathodes.
He had to say it. He had to say it.
Yeah. And we propose that the first occurrence of this new species be used as the indicator for the base of the Permian system. The Permian system had been defined in the early 1830s, and so here it was 100 and some years later. So I love the history of geology and contributing to the building of the geologic timescale. After 40 years, a couple weeks ago, I signed the papers so this field trip sort of the last hurrah.
What are you looking forward to?
Well, that is a great question. I know what I'm going to miss, but I've had 40 good years. It's time to go on and do some other things, perhaps a mission.
Perfect your brisket recipe.
Yes, get that brisket going, start painting again. So, yeah.
Well, when that happens, you need to share a few of those with the department.
Okay.
I don't know that anybody in the department's seen much of your painting.
Yeah, well, I thought that they liked the brisket better.
But we are just excited that we've been able to experience this with you maybe one last time.
Yeah, it's a great way to go out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite the view.
Yeah.
Yeah. From Forfar, Dr. Ritter,